There are two books in the Bible that are named after girls. Right? There are two books in the Bible that are named after girls. What are those books? Esther and Ruth, right? And both these two girls, if you look carefully, they were drawn into strange waters of affliction. God put them into extraordinary circumstances. They were ordinary people, but through them, He revealed His plan. Brokenness, God made them as a great blessing. In their barrenness, God transformed them into a great source of blessings. If you see both the books, the book of Ruth deals with a Moabite girl, a Gentile girl, right? She was a Gentile girl married to a Jewish prince. And in case of Esther, Esther was a Jewish girl, right? Married to a pagan king. Right? You can draw many parallels in both the books. Both the books give fascinating account, historical books, right? It goes just like a novel. You will not keep it down, right? Both the books are filled with many suspenses, right? And both the books gives you the grandeur of God's grace, the richness of God's mercy shown to people who are not worthy, right? So we are going to see, right? If you see the first chapter, you have heard when the lesson was read, it started with 3 funerals. One after another died. It started with weeping, right? 3 funerals, 3 widows, weeping, uncertain future. Right? The second chapter deals with working. First chapter is weeping. Second chapter is working. And the third chapter deals with waiting. And the fourth chapter ends with the joyous occasion, wedding. So you can easily remember Ruth, right? First chapter, weeping. Second chapter, working. Ruth is working very hard. Ruth is a very hard, laborious worker, right? Then she was waiting for God's timing in the third chapter. In the fourth chapter, you can see that a glorious wedding happens, right? Somebody told there is no tragedy in God's plan. God always has wonderful endings, wonderful plans for His children. This is what we will understand from the book of Ruth, right? If you refer the first few verses in Ruth, it says, "Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land, and a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to dwell in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. The name of the man was Elimelech. The name of his wife was Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Machlon and Chilion, Ephrathites of Bethlehem, Judah. And they went to the country of Moab and remained there. Then Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died. She was left and her 2 sons. Now they took wives of the woman of Moab. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. Then both Machlon and Chilion also died. So the woman survived her 2 sons and her husband." You can see the first few verses. It starts with tragedy, right? What happens in the land of Bethlehem? This family were staying, and there was a famine. There was an economic meltdown, right? So this family, Elimelech, thought that they can go to the fruitful lands of Moab just to keep them surviving, right? So they started journeying from Bethlehem to Moab. Bethlehem means the house of bread, right? But because of the sins of the people, of the children of God, they experienced God's discipline. So there was a famine. So Elimelech, he, instead of looking into God for direction, he trusted his own understanding, took his two sons, took his wife Naomi, start going to Moab. It is 50 miles from Bethlehem to Moab, and there they have gone, right? Then tragedy starts striking one after another. What happened? Elimelech died, right? And Naomi is there in the Moabite land, and she married. She married two Moabites for two sons, which is again a contrary to the word of God. The word of God says that Moabites, even up to 10th generation, they cannot come into the temple of God. But Naomi made another wrong decision there. Then Maklun died, Chilion died, and now this Naomi was hopeless. She was in despair. Not only she, but you can see Orpah and Ruth, all of them were weeping. You can see three couples. Imagine what will be your situation if you have such a situation, if you come across such a experience. 3 funerals, one after another, just in 10 years, 2 generations have gone. They were wiped out. And living as a widow, it is the most disgraceful thing at that time. These 3 widows, they had no hope for future. Already they are in economic crisis, bereavement. Their future is uncertain. But still, you can see that the hand of the Lord is working good for them. And so there are some truths that we can understand from this passage. Number 1 is, you cannot run away from your problems. Right? What is that? You cannot run away from your problems. Many times we think that we can run away from our problems. Right? This is what Elimelech thought. Elimelech thought that he can bypass famine. He thought he took his life in his own hands, and then he thought he can manipulate many things even better than God. He thought that he can manipulate his future better than God. So he took everything in his own hands and started acting independently without the consent of God. He thought that he can run away from all his problems. The very same thing many times we try to do. We try to run away when something uncomfortable takes place. Then we try to give up. I come from engineering college. The many problems in the first year students is they will come joyfully, but they will see many rules and regulations. In our college, nobody can use mobile phones, right? Then they feel very odd, and they somehow try to go out of the college because some uncomfortable things happening to them. They don't want to sit in the hostel because many study hours will be followed. They will think that college life is something great. That's why like what is shown in the 2-dimensional movies. But when they experience everything odd against their expectation, then they try to run away from their problems. Right? This is what Elimelech did. Now he also supported him. Right? So this family, 2 sons and Naomi, they all go, they try to escape from their problems. Did they escape from their problem? No, they made something worse, even more worse. That's what happened. I have a daughter. When the toys are not working, She used to try to correct by herself. She will not give that tie to me. She will try to fix everything right. Then she will look at me angrily, and then she will throw the ties out and she say, "How can you be so slow?" I used to tell her, "You never gave the tie to me. You try to fix everything by yourself, but now you are blaming me." There is something similar like that. This Elimelech, he tried to fix his own problem without the support of God, without the help of God, without the guidance of God. So he went to Moab, and there he expected a great, he wanted to reap financially good. Maybe he would have started some new business, but it ended in misery, right? Now, I will give you some reasons why people run away from their problems, right? Why do people run away from their problems? The number one is, if you are living by sight and not by faith, you will run away from the problems, right? If you live by sight and not by faith, living by sight is looking at all the facts. You see, Bethlehem, no money, no food, severe famine. These are all the facts. So, you will tell that it is always good that you will move from here to there without the guidance of God, without the direction of God. When people want to live by sight and not by faith, they always try to run away from God. They try to run away from God. Because for Elimelech, he saw the fruitful fields of Moab. And for him it looked, here is the place which we have to go. See the Bethlehem, oh, it's dry. It's barren. It is fruitless. Why should I be here? I should have been there in the greenery place. Many times we are tempted, isn't it? You would have been tempted. I should have been somewhere. Why am I here? I really don't like many of the situations. You are tempted, right? Just like that, these people are tempted. Number two, these people lived for their physical things and not for spiritual things. They lived for their physical alone. They cared only for their physical alone. They wanted to have money. They never bother about whether they have gone to Moab. Do you think they have gone there to serve God in Moab? No. They wanted to do business there. They wanted to earn a lot of money from there. They were not spiritually minded. They were physically minded. Right? They cared only about their physical desires. They had no care for the spiritual matters. When people care only for physical desires and they never bother about spiritual desires, they run away from their problems. These people are like that. They bother only physical things. They bother only physical things. They never care about the spiritual things. And the next reason why people run away from their problems, they run away from their problems because they lived for the world, but they did not live for God. 3 reasons I got told, right? What are those reasons? Reasons for one, they were living by sight, not by faith. Then they were living for physical, not for spiritual. Then they were living for the world and not for the Lord. They lived only for the world. They lived only for the world. They never cared about God. God was not the center of their lives. God was not directing their lives. It was not up to the plan of God they were moving. For them, they were offsetting the plan of God And they took their lives in their own hand and they departed to a foreign land. And there we see tragedy after tragedy. Instead of flourishing, instead of becoming plenty, they were exposed to the severe discipline of God. Elimelech died, Mahlon died, and Chilion died, and the 10 years passed, and now Naomi says, and I will return back to Bethlehem. Do you know the reason why Naomi says like that? You can see that. Verse 6. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law that she might return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the country of Moab that the Lord had visited his people by giving them bread. Therefore she went out from the place where she was, and the two daughters-in-law with her. You know, now Naomi hears that God has visited Bethlehem. God has not visited Moab. Is it written like that? God has not visited Moab. God has visited only Bethlehem. These people, as they were told, they were living only for the world. So only for the world, people, they will have this attitude. Everybody is doing like this. Why should I refrain from that? Everybody is doing like that. When there is a famine, there is no other option. You have to think rationally. You have to go. What's wrong in that? You may ask. Everybody is doing like that. But remember, there are some God's children who didn't do like that. There were like Boaz. Boaz was spiritually minded. Even in the famine, he was there in the Bethlehem. He was there in the Bethlehem. He did not run away from his problem. Right? When God disciplined the children of Israel, they responded to him. Then God again blessed them. God visited them. Once again, the house of bread is overflowing with all the goodness. And now Naomi comes back, right? Naomi comes back. And Naomi thinks that she wanted to cover up everything, all the wrong things she wanted to cover up. So she said, my dear daughter-in-law, you go back to your mother's house. You just notice that word mother's house. For every girl, that word mother's house means a lot, right? So she says that go back, turn back. And she wants to go all alone. The reason is she wanted to cover up all her sins, right? And she thought the hand of the Lord is all against her. She said, whatever I do, I'm not getting any blessing. So the hand of the Lord is against me. But in this passage, she ignored a very important, vital reason for all these things. She ignored the real source of the problem, but she tried to cover with superficial things. Do you know what is the real source of problem? The real source of problem is their heart. The heart of the problem is the problem of their heart. Their heart was not steadfast with the Lord. Their heart was not steadfast with the Lord. Their heart was not fully committed to the Lord. They have not a surrendered heart to the Lord. And because of that, they have gone in their own desires and they were reaping for what they have done. But she ignored the source of the problem. We must understand that many times we used to think that if I change my location, all the problems will be over. If I change my location, all the problems will be over. Even I also many times I used to think like that. If I change my location, all the problems will be over. But the Bible doesn't say support that view, because we carry a sinful heart wherever we go. Right? You may be telling yourself, all the problem is there because I am here in this place. If only I had been in some other place, all this problem will not come. You may tell to yourself, you may think like that. But if you really analyze the original source of the problem, if you want to see the root of the root of the problem is your sinful heart. So changing geographical location will never help a person, right, to get an absolute solution. Changing geographical location will never help. The problem is their heart. Wherever they go, whether they live in Kanyakumari or Kashmir, whether you go to Kashmir or any part of the world, you carry a sinful heart with you. So wherever you go, you carry that. And because of that, you are not immune to the things that you are experiencing here. They were ignoring the source of the problem. And now Naomi, she started coming back. I want to give her a suitable title. I used to think that the prodigal daughter of the Old Testament is Naomi. Just like a prodigal son, but went to a very far country, and after that he came back, he came to senses, he started looking many other things which the workers of his father had. Then he arose and he came back. Just like that, the Bible says, she arose, and then she came.
Just like the prodigal son, she arose and she came back. Yes, dear friend, you can come back to God wherever you are. Wherever you have gone, the Father is waiting. The Father is waiting for so long to receive you and to own you back. Sin might have kept you farther from the fellowship with God's children. Sin might have kept you farther from the city of God, from the presence of God. Sin might have kept you longer in the wickedness where you have dwelt, but still you have hope. Still there is hope of putting broken things right. Broken things can be put right when you look to God and submit to Him. He is ready to embrace. He is ready to give you a new life. Will you come to Him wherever you are, whatever you have done? The Lord is just waiting for you to embrace you, and there is abundance of pardon with Him because He shed His precious blood for you on the cross. Once you are washed by the blood of the cross, He will give you a new life, a renewed life, and He will bless you and make you a channel of blessing.